Hi guys, Creative Laura here. Welcome everyone. Okay, so this is the July update of my $50 a month challenge for 2 adults. So I did not show the haul because I didn't want people to get bored with my hauls. But I'm going to show you what I have left over, and I pretty much wrote everything down that you can possibly think. So I did what I bought and what I made from, I mean, just some like a loose idea of what I made throughout the month. But yeah, it was a good month. It was an expensive month, and I knew that. But I have something to announce, and I'll do a video after this one to announce what I'm doing. Okay, so this is what I have left, which is kind of crazy that I still have so much left over. But all right, so what I bought was 2 loaves of bread. So I came to 56.83. Let's go over everything. 2 loaves of bread at Walmart for $1.79 each for $3.58. That was for my dad and I. Hummus, red bell pepper, $1.98. I can't remember why I bought it, but I thought I was gonna be needing it for 4th of July, I think. And it was just easier to buy it at the time. Then I got relish, and then a 4 pack of tuna for $2.84, which I still have half of that. Mayo for $2.98, 48 ounces, so it's really big. Shredded Parmesan, I think it was 6 ounces for $2.22. And then I had a little bit left over from like a month before that, and that's how I made a lasagna, and I'll talk about that in a second. And then two 18 packs of cageless eggs, or cage-free chicken eggs. And they were $2.99 each, so it's $5.98. My dad took a pack and I took a pack. Oh, I still have some left, so I should probably show it. Then a bag of frozen shrimp for $5.99. I can't remember if it was 1 pound or 2 pound, but we stretched it, so it was good. And then on the last day of the month, 1 week to this day, we were going to the fruit stand in my area, and we spent $13.94 on some Rainier cherries, which I still have left over. I had 3 mangoes. I haven't even eaten them yet, so I'm going to make one for sticky rice and one to just eat. And then my dad took one. And then we bought 8 ears of corn, which was $1. And 3 like little smaller avocados for $1. Oh, and a watermelon for like $4. No, $5. And then, yeah, that was it. But we have like so much left over. We're still eating it. Okay, so that came to $13.94. And then before you hit the fruit stand, there's this guy who sells his fresh caught fish, and he had snapper, and that was $15 for 2.65 pounds. And I used to eat a lot of snapper in Mexico. It's a different type of snapper because, different part of the ocean, but yeah, it was really, really great. It was so good, you guys. Oh my gosh. So my dad and I have to tell you a story. We went to go do a foster program, and he came with me to, long story short, we didn't get the foster animal because there were so many people in line. That was good. And then we went to the fruit stand, and then to get the fish, because I didn't know he even existed. Now I'm on his email list. But so we got a nice big fish for $15. So I grilled it. I grilled the corn, all 8 ears, and I grilled the corn and dressed them up like Mexican style, with the mayo. I didn't have the cheese, but that's okay, because we kind of just like it with like mayo, or you could do butter, and then paprika, cayenne pepper, salt, pepper, parsley or cilantro. We did both. Okay, so we're still finishing that corn up and I'll show you in a second. Then the snapper, my dad and I ate 2 huge meals of it, and then he had three more meals of it left. I gave it to him because it was so good. Oh my gosh, we did everything on the barbecue. It was so wonderful. And so we bought that at the very end. Sorry, I have some dishes in my sink, but we bought that at the end, so I still have, like, that's why I have the cherries, the mangoes, and then I'll show you what else I have left from the rest of the month. Okay, the rest of the month, I think I went over everything, and I had, stuff left over from June as well. And so, gosh, that's hard to remember, but I didn't write that part down, but I had a lot left over. One of the things was I still have one huge organic beet, as you can see. Look at that, it's huge. Okay, so I have one of those, and I have a half left. This was a smaller beet. So I'm probably going to make it into like little veggie, I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably cook that one and then make the half one into like cubes or shred them. I like shredded beets too, raw shredded beets. Then I have this left over from June, some eggplant. So I can make more lasagna with that. And I made some power energy balls from my stockpile, which I'll talk about in a second. But look I still have this pepper jack cheese from the Dollar Tree. I think that was from May or June, and it's still good. I just opened this one in July, and it's still good. So I still have cheese. My dad made some salmon patties from our stockpile and frozen like bell peppers, and these were awesome. So I took 3 home. I have 1 left. Oh my gosh. And he mixed it with Italian breadcrumbs, which he's never done. And he put in fresh parsley and a bunch of other seasonings, and they were amazing, you guys. So I made a little pasta salad. This is the last bit of it. I always get tomatoes from my little plants outside, about a handful a day. So I made some pasta with black beans, cherry tomatoes, some artichoke hearts that were from my stockpile, and the corn was from the corn that we bought. So I have like a little tiny dish of it left. I'll have that for like a lunch, I guess. And then I'll have this for dinner, the salmon. And then my sister, for my birthday, got me 6 bell peppers. I asked her groceries because she kept asking what I wanted, and I did a video on the stockpile she gave me, but I'll just show you as a post. But it was $1.99 for 6, and I gave 2 to my dad, and they were multicolored, and so I have 4 more. So I'm going to do stuffed bell peppers tonight, which I'll show you here in a second. So all in all, my gosh, I still have, I feel like, a lot of food left. My dad has food left. I can't show you his portion because he's not here, but this is what I made. I'm just going to put it on what I wrote. Okay, so I did go over initially, and then I bought some more things. All right, it came to $56.49, and then I had a carryover from last month, June for $1.65. Okay, then it came to $54.84. Then I bought some more romaine because I was really kind of craving some leafy greens, and it came to $56.83. So I did go over by $6.83, but because we spent like almost $30 on the last day of the month, that's where we went over, but that's okay because we have lots of leftovers for this next month, and it'll, August, it'll carry over. These are the things that I made. Energy power balls from my stockpile, and I'll show you them. tacos, nachos, sandwiches, lasagna, soup, hummus, stir fries, salads, vegan hot dogs, carrot lasagna again. That lasagna was eggplant. This one's carrot lasagna. Eggs with rice, toast or tortillas, and then I made curry. That's kind of just like an idea what I make. And then I got some free tomatoes from Brian's mom, and they were delicious. And then I have some from my garden every day, and I have cucumbers too, so that kind of contributes to what I have. But the what was I going to talk about? Oh yeah, the tacos. So I made tacos for my dad and I, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, they are so good." I'll show you what I had in my stockpile that I bought months ago. They're still good. They were stale when I bought them, but I'll show you how to make them fresh again. He loved the shells. Then I had leftovers to make tacos and nachos. So that tacos turned out to be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meals, because it made nachos and two more dinners of tacos, and then tacos with my dad and I. Sandwiches I have throughout. Lasagna, that was with the eggplant and noodles. Soup, various versions. Whatever I had left over, like, just anything, beans and whatever I could put in there. Hummus, you know what hummus is made out of. Stir fries, whatever I had left over. Celery, beetroot leaves, doesn't matter. I put it in there. Onion, salads with the romaine and beets, whatever I had. And beans, vegan hot dogs. Those were fun. So I bought the organic carrots in June, and I made them late in July. They were really good. They were the multicolored carrots, but I probably will just I'll make them again, but I'll probably just buy the orange ones, and I'll buy organic ones. Because I felt like it took forever to cook the multicolored ones, carrots, and they tasted more like turnips, the white ones and the yellow ones, so I'm not a huge fan of turnips. Then I made carrot lasagna. So I had 2 carrots left, and I paired it with the noodles to make a lasagna, which I paired with cottage cheese and my leftover, what was it? Oh, shredded Parmesan. So the cottage cheese was like 27 cents a tub. So I have one more to use so I can make another luxurious lasagna. And then I had eggs with rice, like eggs over rice, 1 egg. I only eat 1 egg a day if I eat an egg. Or I put it on toast, or have it with tortillas and some beans. Or I make, and then, sorry, that's all for eggs. And then I put that in stir fry sometimes. And then curry. I make various curries, the stir fries, whatever I have left over. That's what a stir fry and curry becomes. Okay, so the frozen eggplant, I have a ton of it left. I'm going to show you the power balls. 1 second. All right, so I wrap them in wax paper and then put them in a freezer bag so that they don't get frostbite. But they were all stockpile items, which was peanut butter, oatmeal, leftover coconut. Let's see, what else did I put in there? Goji berry, dried fruit, pumpkin seeds, some walnuts, and cocoa powder. That's why they look a little brown. So I eat one around 4 o'clock in the afternoon with a little bit of my leftover coffee, because I get a little bit tired around that time, and that's like the perfect time to sort of have a boost for me. So I keep them in that little baggie there, and it keeps them nice and fresh and not freezer burned. I still have my cheese left. My dad made these awesome salmon patties. I'll have that probably for tomorrow for dinner. Because if I'm going to eat this now, and what I'm about to show you what I'm making, I'm going to make some stuffed bell peppers because I have 4 left over. So they were $1.99, a great price. So I'm going to do the stuffed bell peppers, and I'll show you how I do them. The beets, like I said, I'll probably cook that one. It's huge, and make sandwiches, and then shred this one. Let me show you what I'm making. All right, so this is the 4% cottage cheese. I have one left. I froze them. I think they were 47 cents. So I have one of those left. I have tons of frozen onions, and I have 5 eggs left. Okay, and those frozen avocados I bought for $7.99 were a bust. They were soured and they were awful. So nothing I can do about that, but it's okay. I'll just buy fresh from now on. I've learned my lesson. But this will be for one of my lasagnas in the crock pot, and I'll show you it next time because I don't think I've used cottage cheese in like years, but it really added to the creamy factor and so good. So that was really good. And I made one with eggplant and noodles, lasagna noodles, and one with carrots, thinly sliced carrots. That was really good too. Probably one of the best I've ever made. All right, let me show you what I have left. Okay, for the stuffed bell peppers, I'm going to serve them over rice, which is brown and white rice. I just made that. I'm not going to eat this until later, but I wanted to make it. I made that faux, I crumbled half of this on this side so you could see it, how it turns out. That faux meat, and then I added some oatmeal. So it's a pretty big skillet. I don't know if you can see it. And here's the oatmeal that I mixed it with. I'm gonna add a little cumin spice and some green enchilada sauce. I'd prefer the red sauce, but that's okay. I only had the green. In the mixture, I will also add my little mini crock pot of pinto and black beans. And then I'll probably eat half a bell pepper over rice, which is brown and white rice. So good, you guys. It is so good and so inexpensive. So I had those already made. I had that. I don't eat oatmeal like a regular person. I had that in my stockpile. I had the faux meat in my stockpile. That's it, you guys. I hope you liked this. Please let me know what you're eating. And last but not least, these taco shells. They were stale when I bought them. They were 99 cents, but there's a ton of them. I bought like 3-4 packages and I kept buying them. Anyways, they're awesome. Just toast them in the toaster oven. Goodbye, guys. Love you. Battery's running out.